Hey, we're heading over to Utah. Man, we just had a card in Paris. And once again, a lot of the home favorites here that people think may have a home field advantage ended up not even doing so well. You know, we got the Mexican Knights. A lot of Mexican Knights, they don't do well. We got the French. I don't even know what the record was, but it looked like a lot of people were upsets. And of course, fucking Saint Denis here. But we'll recap while we go over some of that because both of us were on Saint Denis. But we had a good night. You had a great night. We had Nesto here at 3-1 last week, plus 5.4 units. So that's a big help there. He hit Battle, and Battle looking sharp, like we said. That was best bet material. And then Zion, Ferris Zion cash at minus 130. And then the parlay of Sharari, Gomes, and Imamov at plus 440. That cash. And Gomes came through, man. I didn't know he was going to win, and he came through and got somehow won.
No, I told you I read that shit wrong. The whole time I thought Gomes was the favorite.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah, hell yeah, Gomes is about to dominate. It was a close fight though.
For me, the whole thing was like, if he doesn't get finished by the Brito guy, he'll win. Because that's like that Brito guy. That's like his whole thing. Like he just comes at you like till you can't handle no more until he can finish you. And like the other guy was doing cool, like moving. He was fucking him up standing. It was a good fight though.
Yeah, it was a close fight, good fight. So obviously, if you had Gomes at plus money, that's definitely value there. Like when you have a close fight like that, and then you have a big dog, you know that's always a good thing. But yeah, you went 3-1. The one you missed was the Saint Denis TKO, but that was at plus money, so not a big loss there. Whereas
about that though, like he got his ass beat. He got the brakes beat off him.
Yeah, and then transfer it over to me. That I also went 3-1. However, I was only plus 0.4 units because I was on Saint Denis straight. I thought he was just going to dominate, and he lost. He was on minus 265. You know, and it's crazy, man. But respect to Money Moicano because, like, once again, he felt like he was underrated, and which he was, underestimated, and he came through and he didn't sub, dude. Like he beat his ass. It wasn't just like, oh, he's using jujitsu and trying to choke this fool out on his back and shit. It's like, no, he beat the shit out of him from the beginning. I mean, Saint Denis looked like he was doing okay, like coming back, but the wound was just too much, and the damage was already too much.
But then what's his name just came out too that Marcano said he took the second round off, and also I don't know if his shoulder snapped or whatever is going on over there.
Oh yeah, but he fucked his shoulder up badly.
He got hurt like really bad in the first, I guess, and he was able to like if it would have kept going, then he might have won that fight. But he was looking like a raccoon. So
yeah, it was all bad, bro. It was a doctor stoppage. So I got that one was the one I got wrong. I was also on Faraz Zayam minus 130. I was on Calvin Conte minus 205. Hey, she came through and she showed like Nora Cornhole or whatever, because it was a rematch. And everyone thought Nora Cornhole was going to come through and come back and win in France and Paris. And she looked all right at the beginning, but once she started getting rocked up and she was screaming at her own coaches, she was getting frustrated, bro. It was crazy. And she lucky to survive that. And then I got the French Vosotros boys, Barres, at plus 105. That was a good-ass fight too, though. It was a battle, pretty close. But Barres plus 105. So, yeah, I'll take the win. I mean, not a huge win. I didn't hit a big parlay, but I'll take it. Better than what we did at Noche, But next up, man, we got UFC 307. We're back. We're back to back-to-back weeks. We're going to the Mormon State, Utah, Salt Lake City. But this is gonna be a dope one. Let me share the little tapology. Tap, tap, tap. We got Alex Pereira once again. I feel like he's always saving the day. He's always coming through. He's just incredible. And he's became a fan favorite already. You know what I mean? But we got Pereira against not a lot of people. If you're just a casual, you're not a big UFC fan like that, you probably don't even know who Khalil Rountree Jr. is. But yeah, man, I took a picture with this guy. I'm not gonna put it up here because I was looking loaded as hell. But yeah, he was not suspended, but they pulled him out the last fight because of he tested positive for some or over the amount of some substances that were like performance enhancement, possibly. People are just saying it's like steroids, but you know, that's pretty much what happened. But somehow he's back, and he's back on a title shot. Some people are feeling some type of way about it in the division, but people are asking like, why is Ankalaev not fighting for the belt? Like, what is that? What's going on there?
Hey, same thing with Matthias Gamrot. Same thing with Al Usman. Hey, you're just not exciting. But once he gets a shot, maybe he could, Actually, he already had a shot and he blew it. So, like, yeah, they're
It
keeping him
wasn't
like
against
that.
Pereira though, right?
No, but it was against Blachowicz for the title
Yeah.
where it went to a draw.
But he felt like he got robbed. He felt like, and we thought Ankalaev should have won too. So, you can feel like he didn't blow it. I mean, he did pretty good. But yeah, I feel he should come next. But he's getting the winner of this. I think Dana already said that. So at least he's gonna get a shot. So we got Khalil Rountree.
He still has a fight coming up too, though.
Oh yeah, who is he fighting?
Isn't he fighting Rakic?
Oh, that's a good one.
In not Saudi Arabia, but that, or is it Saudi Arabia with the Khamzat fight and all that bullshit?
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna start from the bottom here. This card is actually pretty decent. You know, they're trying to hype up on the Utah deal that they got going. But opening banger, man, we got OGs. We got Tim Means against Court McGee. The Dirty Bird, Tim Means, he's a pretty big favorite here. He's minus 230. What is he live right now? I'll give you guys he's minus 200 right now, and Court McGee is plus 170 on Bet Online. So, I mean, you're an OG. You know both of these guys really well, man. What do you think?
I don't know. So Court McGee, he should have been done, but he's like on a resurgence right now. Is he like on a 2-fight winning streak or a 1-fight winning streak?
He's on a 3-fight losing streak.
Oh, never mind. He's on an LL, but
he had a resurgence.
They're still giving him. I was thinking about back then, but yeah, but I know he hasn't been getting finished. Oh yeah, he has right hook. Yeah, I mean, Tim Means is someone who's long in the tooth also, but I just feel like Tim Means should have more juice in him left for sure.
Yeah, Tim Means, man, 33-16. I mean, he's 40. McGee's like 39, so it's like they're both 40-year-olds damn near. But yeah, Tim Means is, he's on a little losing kind of streak. Not a streak, but like the last, 5 fights, he's only won one against Fiallo, but he's lost to everyone else. But the people he's losing to are, I would say, pretty respectable and still currently pretty good, you know?
Who was his last fight?
Eros Medic.
Oh, and he got
knocked out by Eros.
Damn, see, that's the thing. I'm wondering if his chin is finally gone, but I don't know. If anything, Court McGee's chin is probably like not there either, too. So it's exactly a funny fight.
And Court's gonna have to. He's gonna grapple for sure. He's gonna go and just be relentless with it, man. But yeah, I mean, I like Tim Means. I don't like the price, man. Laying minus 200 with Tim Means, I gotta think about it. But as far as who I think wins, like you said, more juice. You know, I just feel like his striking's there. And if he keeps it standing, I feel like he has a big advantage, like a real big advantage on the feet. So, but that's the question. McGee's going to try to be relentless about it. So that's why I don't feel great about the price, because I'm going to be pissed trying to watch this shit. And it's going to be McGee just trying to do a Marab type of vibe going on, like OG Marab, and just grind this out once he gets Tim Means down. But yeah, man, moving forward. But that should be a banger in general.
I don't know what's Tim Means by knockout or TKO.
Tim Means by knockout is plus 375. So not bad. You know, that's not a bad look at all, because the under-over, though, here's the crazy thing, is the favorite is on the over 2.5 at minus 180. So that's kind of interesting. So they think both these guys are going to not finish each other.
Well, that's their type of style fight, too. It's always like a 3-rounder.
Yeah, some bangers, but yeah, they both got chin. Next up, we got another kind of, one of them super OG too. OSP, Ovin St. Preux against Ryan Spann. Man, this is crazy because once again, as you expect, even though Ryan Spann's a piece of shit, Ryan Spann's minus 250 right now on Bet Online. OSP's plus 211, I guess. I mean, we've seen this. This is deja vu, bro, as far as like Ryan Spann, huge favorite. You know, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be his bounce back. He's too good to actually lose like this. And guess what happened, bro? We did that 3 times in a row. All right? We did that 3 times in a row. So what's 4 times in a row? Shame on who? Who is it shame on? Like,
Nah, is that 205 or is it at heavyweight?
this one's at heavyweight or light heavyweight, 205, dude.
No, because I know what's his name's last fight was at heavyweight, right? OSP wasn't against that
He pulled out.
Windu. Well, his last fight he was a big ass underdog, but he won.
Yeah, plus 500. It was light heavyweight.
Oh, okay.
Kennedy is a light heavyweight too.
Oh, damn! I thought he was a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, man.
He was supposed to fight Span earlier, but he pulled out for being sick. So that's the sketchy part. Is OSP is the one that pulled out originally.
This is a sketch fight. If Span can't like finish him quick, you can see OSP just winning the decision, like he did against Kennedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a boring fight, because I don't know, Span, he be gassing out. He's like with a good team too, Safe Sayud and all that, like in Texas, I want to say, but yeah, bro.
I think it's a mental thing.
Yeah, or
I don't know. Like, I'll tell you this: I'm not betting, and I've learned my lesson. Even though I've said that multiple times, like I'm not betting Ryan Span as a huge ass favorite anymore. That's a parlay buster. That's a just nah. Like I'm going at the price. I'm taking OSP. I think at more than plus 200 is good. I sprinkled on him at plus 230. And I think, even at plus 210 right now, I think it's still good. I mean, it's going to suck because if he loses, it's going to look real bad, most likely. Like, Ryan Span's very capable. He was supposed to be a huge prospect in the division. So he just never lived up to it. OSP's experience, it's just that he's old. That's the only thing. So we'll see how it goes. And he also was sick, so that makes me sketched out. That's why it's just a sprinkle. But I just no way. I'd rather lose with OSP as a big underdog than fucking have Ryan Span as a huge favorite. That's just like not a good feeling. Next up, more OG fights, bro. What's up with these OG fights? We got Carla Esparza versus Tisha Pennington, not Tisha Torres no more. But this is an interesting fight. Two 36-year-old, pretty much. I don't know if they're both moms, but getting at the end of tail end of their career. Carla Esparza, 19-7. Some of you guys' favorite fighter here.
Is this a rematch?
Yeah, it's a rematch.
Yeah, when they fight on the show.
I don't know if I'm breaking up, but yeah, they were on fight on the show, and they fought. What are they? I don't even know if they fought Tisha. No, it must be on the show. Let's see. Oh yeah, the exhibition, Ultimate Fighter Season 20. So
yeah, Tisha
So this is a rematch.
Yeah, Tisha looked good in her last fight, but I feel like she got robbed by the judges. Esparza, this is her first fight back after having a kid. I think she's also her retirement fight. So take what you want with that. Fighters when it says retirement fight is usually bueno. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Tiny Tornado.
Split against Tabitha Ricci, Mackenzie Dern. I think a lot of these fighters are still current. So I'm with you there, man. I fired already. Tisha Pennington minus 170 right now. Bet online. I think it's good to go. Obviously, it's going to be a grind fest. Probably, the overs at minus 600. But I mean, I think it's Tisha Pennington for sure.
But
here,
are you gonna parlay the Penningtons though?
Yeah, if you want a super Subaru parlay, you're gonna have to do the Penningtons. That's not a bad. That's just a for fun one. I could dig it for sure, man. But I might fuck with it because later, as you'll know, I also am interested in the other Pennington, which is also interesting. But yeah, for now, I like Tisha Pennington up to even a minus 200. But maybe that's also I have a vendetta against Carla Esparza just for serving up some bullshit to the world and then being champion and just that whole spiel is just bad. It's bad business.
Hey, that's crazy. She won the championship like twice.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Like, it is wild. Like it is wild, dude. This is crazy.
But the first one, at least she subbed her. Like she subbed Rose to win it, and then the next one was just a fucking dog shit fight.
Yeah, that's just ass. Well, hopefully this fight's not ass though. Next up, man, we got interesting folks. This is a crazy matchup, bro. Alexander Hernandez against Austin Hubbard. His brother Aaron. R.I.P. No,
Alexander Hernandez.
The Great Ape, bro.
The Great Ain't.
He changed his name. Yeah, he just changed it, bro. He's weak. It used to be Alexander the Great Hernandez.
Yeah.
Now it's the Great Ape
Nah, yeah, it's one of the biggest
because he's a
letdown
Dragon Ball
guys
Z
in
fan.
in the UFC for sure.
Yeah, this card is. Look at this guy, man. He has the look, he has the physique, he has the athleticism, and somehow he can't piece it together. And then when he just like goes against any decent talent, he just gets fucked up, bro. So yeah, this is all sketch. And we got Austin Hubbard here, who's 16-7, and he's actually a guy that used to be in the UFC, and he was on the Ultimate Fighter with the vets.
Yeah.
So you know he also left for a reason. So that's the thing about the vets. I'm kind of
Isn't this
sketched on.
where didn't Alexander
But he's a
Hernandez just
beast, though.
didn't Hernandez just lose to Kurt Holloway, or what was
Just
that
what?
fight?
Last fight was Damon Jackson split decision.
Oh
He
yeah, the
lost to Damon
hairline.
Jackson, then Bill Algeo.
Yeah,
Yeah, he fixed it though. He got the
no, yeah,
Turkish
that's what I
choke.
meant. He got it done.
Yeah, I need to hit up Marab's doctor and see what's good. Just be
Well, that's where Rob
but
went
yeah,
too.
man.
He went to Turkey also.
Yeah, that's where it's at. That's where it's at for that. But that shit's crazy. But yeah, man. I mean, I'll just tell you straight up right now. I mean, they're doing it again. This is just like the Ryan Spann shit going on here, man. Look at the line. You got Hernandez minus 190 right now, which I understand he should be favored because Austin Hubbard has his red flags too. But as an underdog, I think he's live here. I think anyone against Alex Hernandez as an underdog is live. So I'm for the sake of it, I haven't bet it yet, but I'm going Hubbard here. I think there's value at plus 165 here on Hubbard.
Man, as much as I want to go against him, I'm gonna have to go with the weak ass Hernandez. I'm probably gonna be. I mean, I probably won't bet on it just because it's him, but I made those like in a shitty parlay. I don't care about, but yeah,
you should make a disappointment parlay. So it should be
I think
Ryan Spann.
that's what I've been thinking. Ryan Spann, the first fight of the night, Tim Means, and then
and Hernandez.
Yep.
Just the disappointment parlay. Those two guys. Just like the
Penningtons.
You got yeah, disappointment. At least she wins sometimes though. Like she wins more than those guys put together.
Yeah,
So
be ugly wins though.
Yeah, the unentertaining fighters. That's that one. At least the Ryan Spann shit's entertaining because he be getting knocked out and shit. Next up, man, we got a good one. We got Ihor Pereira against Cesar Almeida. Man, huge favorite here. Almeida, where is he at now? He's at minus 385 right now, minus 400. Big favorite. Kickboxer. Made his debut from the Contender Series and lost. But he's 36 years old, man. But he lost a split to Roman Kopylov, where Kopylov had to grapple his way to survival.
Kopylov did have to grapple.
So yeah, man, And Ihor here, he's fought actually a lot of people that are pretty decent talent, but he's lost pretty much to everyone except for Brizchek and old ass Shogun. So sketchy guy, man. I mean, I hate the odds, but I'm going with the favorite here, Almeida. I think he can knock him out. I think this is the maybe a get right spot for Almeida here from the last situation, but who knows about the grappling.
Yeah, I mean, if Ihor is smart, he would grapple, but yeah, I'm going with Almeida also. Last time I laid a big bet with him, but he got out grappled, but yeah, I'm gonna give him some redemption. What's the knockout prop like value?
Almeida by knockout. Let's see. I bet you it's going to be. Oh, it's minus 275.
Damn. And the under over?
Minus 275 is crazy. Under 1.5 is minus 155. Yeah.
Okay, because Ihor likes to get slept too. Like, you know what I mean? He's not shy from it. He gets slept a lot.
Yeah, he's down to fight. So, and Almeida be throwing haymakers only. Haymakers Anonymous. Yeah, man. So I'm with that. I mean, parlay piece for me on my little like greasy degen parlay. I'll throw Almeida in there. I think he's going to be able to finish it. Next up, man, I'm actually excited about this fight. Interesting fight here. Marina Rodriguez against Yasmin Lucindo. Rodriguez, man, she's obviously a vet at this point, 17-4. She's 37 years old. Striker, kickboxer, very lanky, but she's kind of on a rough stretch here, man. She's 1-3 in her last 4. She lost to Andrade by split, and the only person she beat up was Michelle Watterson. Beat her ass bad, and then before that, lost to Verna and Lemos. So, yeah, this is a real interesting fight. We got Lucindo here, 16-5. The opposite. She's young. She's 22. She's short, 5'3".
She's the one who
But she's
slept.
throwing haymakers and bombs.
She slept Haggerty, right?
Yeah. Well, no, she didn't sleep. Yaguri, she beat her though, or she lost her actually.
Oh,
You're thinking about Denise Gomes.
yeah.
No, Rachel.
Uh,
But who's also another like same build as far as like short power puncher. But Lucinda's more of a prospect, 22 years old. She's never been finished as far as knocked out. So I don't think that she's going to get sub because, Marina Rodriguez ain't going for no sub. That's not her game. But the size difference does concern me because, she got the Andrade thing going on with like how short she is. She got to really go into the Rodriguez. But as much as I'm a fan of Rodriguez, man, she's on her way, on the second half of her career. She's getting old. She's no longer going to be a title contender of any sorts. But she's skilled. But I'm going Lucindo here. I think it's at minus 175 now. I think it's still good at that price. I would take Lucindo here. Yeah, man, Lucindo. I think her career is just on the up projection here. But this is definitely a challenge.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with her fighting. I probably seen her fight, but I probably didn't pay attention. Is she like a good striker? Like, can she throw bombs?
Puncher. Yeah, she throws bombs, but then she could grapple too. She could grapple and she could wrestle. So, but the thing is, her height is the issue.
Yeah, I think Marina's live for sure. Because like the thing is, she ain't no joke. She only loses to like the top
real people.
Yeah, so it's a big test, like you said. But damn, I think I might.
This is by far the best opponent that Lucindo's ever fought. Like she's only fought. Look at it. Her last competition was Karolina Kovacevic, who's experienced but not the level of I would think of Marina Rodriguez. And then you got Polyana Viana, Brogan Walker, who if y'all watched SmokeOut enough, you know how I feel about Brogan Walker. So yeah, that's out. So but yeah, man, I think that's a good. You're right. It could be live here, but I'm going with Lucindo. He's going with Rodriguez here. We'll see how the horny fights come out. Next up, man, we got who we got. Oh, was that that's still the prelim. Now we got the main event of the prelim, I believe. That's your boy Stephen Thompson against Joaquin Numansa Buckley. This is a banger fight, man.
Oh,
Stephen Thompson still definitely some white excellence for sure. Some old school white excellence. 17-7, 41 years old, bro. And they say white cracks. I don't think so. But yeah, man, he's good. Most recently got choked out by Shavkat, but Shavkat's next level.
And that was a hard fight.
He beat Kevin Holland, if y'all remember that.
That was his first time ever getting subbed. Also, Stephen Thompson.
Damn, that's crazy. But he's fought. Look at Bilal Muhammad, who's the champ. Gilbert Burns. These are the people he's fighting, and he's only fighting the best. So resume wise, it's hard to compare an OG with someone that's up and coming more. So, but hey, this guy's actually gotten his level up. 19-6. Knockout guy, obviously, so he's gonna want to stay striking. But he was impressive in his last fight against Ruza Boev, who he actually ended up beating and upsetting. So I believe he was on. Yeah, he was a slight favorite, I guess, minus 135. But yeah, he ended up winning. He beat Luque Morono. So I mean, he's been getting better for sure. So he is a huge favorite here. Kind of, he's a minus 200 right now. Stephen Thomas is plus 170. But I agree with the favorite here. I think it's hard for me to bet on this 41-year-old. When I see a young buck like this, a physique like this, pause. So I'm going with Buckley here.
Yeah, Buckley. He. This is gonna be a close fight. If you notice, the only fight Stephen Thompson has been losing has been against grapplers lately. So
Mhm.
I feel like this is gonna be a standing fight. I know Buckley should get it, but I think I'm gonna go with the OG, man. I think might a little be some little gas left in the tank for the OG, because if it stays standing, it's gonna be interesting. Because like I said, all Stephen Thompson's like fights that they've been getting lately has been against grapplers, and every time they get in like they can't hang
Mhm.
with the standing, they take them down. Buckley don't really take people down like that, so and he's hard headed, so like I feel like he's gonna want to stand, just try to prove a point or some shit.
Yeah. You know who's hard headed? Who lost? It was Holland, right? Last fight or whatever, or the 2 fights ago for Stephen Thompson. When
And,
Holland was
and
all
this is
striking.
yeah, no racial. It's the same type of dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is another guy who's like, who don't always like is not always smart with the fighting. Lately, he's been on track and doing it right, but there's still like times where it's like, yo, what are you doing? So like, it's gonna be interesting. I think he should take the dub, and if he wins, it should be by like knockout or something. But I think I'm gonna go. I'm riding with the what do they call him? He's like
Wonder
the
Boy.
Wonder Boy. Yeah, they're still calling him boy. He's old as fuck, like you said.
Wonder Man.
Yeah.
uh, Now heading to the main card, man. We got opening it up Roman Dolidze taking a short notice fight against Kevin Holland. I believe Kevin Holland was supposed to fight Chris Curtis actually, and Chris Curtis hurt himself and hurt his heart because his friendship with Sean Strickland is over. So, but Sean
Hey,
Strickland found another minority to hang out with.
what one more thing about that last fight? It's a shame that they didn't just book Venom Page versus Steven Thompson.
Oh yeah, that would have been good
Like
too.
that should have been the fight to do. You know what I mean? Just hey, that would have been crazy. But this fight, you said Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. So Roman Dolidze's last fight was at 205, right? This is at 185.
Yeah, which is his normal weight.
Yeah, but I thought he was moving. I thought he was staying up at, which he won the upset too against who was it?
Anthony Smith. He beat Anthony Smith, but obviously he was a little favorited.
Oh
But
yeah, he
yeah,
was a
and
favorite.
before that he lost to Imamov.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've been a fan of Dolitze, bro. He's not like a big fan favorite because he makes stupid mistakes a lot of times. But he's older in his career as well. He's like 36, but he's only 13-3. Only had 16 fights.
Yeah, he
Never been
doesn't.
finished, bro. He's well rounded.
He hasn't been fighting a lot lately though.
No, he hasn't, and maybe because he's injured or something. But we got Kevin Holland here, crowd favorite, the Blunt Bros, 26-11. He's only still 31 years old, bro, and he's been around for a minute. I feel like, um, the same thing we always talk about. It's like, what version mentally of Kevin Holland do we get? It's like when he's on his A game, then he could be unstoppable. But when he's not and he's fucking around, that's where shit goes bad and goes left sometimes for him. So he got frustrated with what is it, Michael Page. You saw that happen go down, and then he lost to JDM, but he got right with Michael Zaczek, where he like broke dude's arm or whatever, like
And
taught him to do an arm bar.
that was a close fight too with Magdalena. That could have been like they could have gave it to Kevin Holland and people would have been like, okay, whatever. So I feel like that was a close one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
this is go ahead.
Dolitze is like a power puncher in there. He looked good against Anthony Smith, or Anthony Smith just looked like shit. Um, he looked yeah, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with the blunt, bro. Kevin Holland. Hopefully, like maybe submission or something like that. But he has more tools to
Yeah.
win.
Holland, oh wow, some money's been coming out on Dolitze. Holland's minus 146 right now on
Hmm.
Bet Online, and Dolitze's plus 126. But yeah, I know, as much as I know the money's coming out on Roman Dolitze, and I'm a fan, but I just think Kevin Holland, like you said, if it stays striking, which Dolitze is down to stay striking, which is dumb of him. I mean, Holland's way better striker, and I think honestly, even if it goes to
But
any type of grappling and clinching, I think Holland could hold his own against Dolitze if he wanted to.
but I feel like Dolitze has the power to sleep Holland though. What's Dolitze by knockout?
Dolitze by knockout is plus 800.
Damn, because the fight against Oluwachechik with Kevin Holland, that Michael Oluwachechik was beating his ass standing. That's why Kevin Holland had to take it down because he was getting lit up.
Yeah, and that fool just throws bombs only. Like that's
Yeah, so like
all.
if he eats bombs from Dolitze, he's gonna get put to sleep.
Yeah, because Dolitze could fight at 205, like we saw. So
No, but
it's like,
That's the thing about him. Like that fight against Marvin Vettori, that's where I thought he was gonna be something good. Cause like I thought he won that fight, but they gave it to Vettori because he was beating his ass.
Yeah,
But
don't remind me. I bet on Dolitza, and I literally thought it was like, okay, he for sure won. Like, and then they just like he didn't win. I was like, what the fuck?
see, that's when I thought he was actually gonna be something. Then he like went MIA after that fight. Who knows if it was injuries or
Yeah,
not? But yeah, maybe if you're feeling bold, Delete by a KO plus 800.
plus 800 is juicy,
Sprinkle
juicy,
some on
juicy.
that. Yeah, like cause like you said, Todd Holland has the more tools, but he's a hard headed dude. And like I feel like the wrestling, like Holland is longer and everything, but I feel like Delete, if he could stay low, I think he could, fend off the takedowns because he's so like a fucking built like a brick shit house.
Yeah,
Because he's
for sure.
swole.
And hey,
Pause.
Georgian fighting
Yeah.
is on the up. You
Yeah,
know,
facts.
so maybe this is the time for this guy. This guy like looks like the 300 guy, the guy from 300, or the guy from the Passion of Christ. Next up, man, we got the third horny fight of the card, man. We got Kayla Harrison against Caitlin Vieira. Man, Kayla Harrison, obviously, I would say prospect, but she's old in her career, so it's really like a touted star from the PFL. I know you've never been on the hype train, this hype train when she was on the PFL either. 17-1, 34 years old now. But the problem is, like we always said, is the weight cut. Because that's the problem originally when she couldn't join the UFC a lot of times because she wasn't sure about the weight cut and if she could get her weight down like that.
Feel like she did it with ease the last fight.
She looked great, bro. She's been lean. She's gonna be in there. What is she? She's fighting. She's the favorite here by a lot. Let me look here. She's minus 1,200 right now. Last time I looked, she was about minus like 800, 900. Now she's minus 1,200 on Bet Online. It's getting out of pocket. I mean, let me tell you this. I'm a Kayla Harrison fan, and she should easily win. However, I don't recommend anyone lay minus 1,200 on Kayla Harrison. We've seen it before. All right. So, yeah. For that.
Yeah, for sure. Kayla Harrison, she should win this with ease. Grapple, maybe sub, for sure.
Yeah, you see her loss. Her only loss was Pacheco. I was hyped on that. I bet Pacheco there. She was a minus 700, 800, all the way up to 1,000 at one point over Pacheco, and Pacheco beat her. So it's like you got to be careful, bro, because Vieira, like, she's not. I think Pacheco's better than Vieira, but like Kaylin Vieira still could. She has some BJJ, and she definitely could strike. And I think her striking is better than Kayla Harrison's striking. Like Kayla Harrison's striking is pooter. Like shit is pooter. So she's more ground and pound, purely a lot of grappling. Like that's gonna be her thing. So, but I don't think Vieira is gonna be able to combat that. I think she's gonna be.
Didn't Vieira lose to like Misha Tate? Oh no, she beat Misha Tate, right? Yeah.
Nah, yeah, but she lost to Raquel Pennington by split though, and lost to Yana Santos back in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, Kayla Harris she's gonna have to just use her judo, take her down, ground and pound, try to go for the sub. But if what's her name could defend some takedowns and try to make it a brawl, she should for sure could take it.
Yeah, I mean the odds are insane, bro. If you like Vieira, she's plus 750 right now. I mean, even the props. I mean, if you go Kayla Harrison, you only could go props, but even then, I mean, it's all plus money. But like, if you like Kayla Harrison by points, it's the most likely outcome, plus 120. I think that's most likely outcome. I don't know if she's going to be able to finish Caitlin.
I don't
even know how she would finish there.
Sub.
Yeah. What's the sub? The sub is plus 325.
Cause who she beat in her last fight? She choked out Holly Holm. You know what I'm saying? Or how'd she beat her?
Yeah, she rear naked choke.
Yeah, that's tough.
She couldn't do it to Aspen Ladd. I'll tell you that. Yeah, no, but like Caitlin Vieira, I think she got some BJJ, but at the end of the day, she's just not on the same level, I think. She's never been sub, though. Interesting. Right?
It's gonna get interesting if it goes all 3 rounds because you never know how, like you said, if her her striking's whack and if she can't do nothing on the ground, you're just gonna have to watch out. You gotta like you said, only bet on props with this fight.
Yeah, at plus money, and even if you lose, you just got to take it on the chin because minus 1,200 is insane. Can't even parlay that shit. But yeah, next up, what do we got here? this Kayla Harrison fight. We got the King of Rio, baby. We back. Jose Aldo against Mario Batista, man. Aldo's back. High altitude, bro. I know you juice about this. 38 years old, bro. It's crazy. But he's been boxing. But most recently, he beat up Jonathan Martinez, which was huge because he was an underdog against Martinez. And then before that, he had the 3 boxing fights. So I think he kept his hands pretty sharp, so his striking's always going to be there. He could defend takedowns. That's another thing that Aldo's been really good at as well. And, he's looked great in his last fight. So the only person he's lost to, as far as like since he's been super old, and was Marab. So other than that, I mean, I think that he's everyone knows who he is already. Where's Mario Batista? That's the new up and comer, question mark, 14-2. He's 31 years old. He's on a 6-fight winning streak though, man. I mean, he beat Ricky Simone, David Blackshear, and the rest of the people he's beaten are whatever to me, right? But early in his career, there were some red flags with Trevin Jones here. This is kind of a red flag to me, but anyone could get caught at the end of the day. He lost to Corey Sandhagen back in the day, but I think Mario Batista's shown to be a lot better, gotten into way better shape in the last few fights he's had. So, and I believe he's actually the favorite at -140 right now, and Jose Aldo's +120. And I think here's my approach with it too, is like when you first look at it, I'm always like everyone else is like, okay, it's Jose Aldo as an underdog. Like, dude, that sounds amazing. That sounds awesome. So that was my natural reaction. But then when I was looking at it, I was like, no, there's a reason why he's still the underdog. I think this card has a lot of young versus old passing of the torch. And I mean, I think he's going to be competitive and close, but I think that Mario Batista could really, this could be the changing fight for him. Like if he beats Jose Aldo, that's like a big projectile in his career, even though Aldo's older. But it's going to be tough. So, yeah, I'm going Mario Batista here. Who do you like?
Yeah, I gotta go with the King of Rio, man. Underdog, let's get it. Aldo.
The King of Rio. Man, do you think he's ever going to retire? Like how many more fights?
Hey, as long as he still looks good doing it, just gotta be. He might be the LeBron of MMA.
That'd be crazy, bro.
Because
That'd be crazy.
like
He might be it.
He been dominating since he's like 21. Like when he won in the WEC and he knocked out Uriah Faber like for the belt, he was like 21 years old. So, and then he just never.
Yeah, no,
lost.
that's great. He might be. You might be right, bro. He might be the LeBron of fucking MMA. Like if Usman's talking about what's his name is Jordan, John Jones.
Yeah. LeBron lost some championships. You feel me? Aldo lost like one championship against Conor, which was bad, but that was Conor's moment. That was his claim to what. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no megastar Conor if you don't get that. If you don't get the Aldo fight.
Exactly, 100%. That's like the defining moment. And I think maybe this won't be as obviously viral as that and big as that, but I think just a win in general, if he could pull out a win by points Batista, that would be such a huge projectile in his career for his next step.
No, for sure.
I think it's his, man. It's gonna be a tough one.
I think it's his last fight on his UFC contract. I don't know.
Batista, damn. If he loses, though, is he gonna
for Aldo. For Aldo.
Oh, okay. Then he might retire. Then retire.
He might go get a bag somewhere else, like get cashed out at PFL or something.
That'd be crazy. King of Rio to the PFL. Let's go with their super card coming up. Like they're trying to hype things up more.
Yeah,
it's about to be Riyadh season PFL. So
that's the one coming up.
Okay, we're hitting the main events here. What was that?
That's the one coming up, the Riyadh season, right?
Yeah, it's in Saudi. I don't know. It's a Riyadh season.
No, if it's in Saudi, it's Riyadh.
It's always Riyadh.
Yeah, because remember the last one was too, because he's partners with Ngannou, the Turkey, all the shits.
That's gonna be the best card that PFL has ever put together, by far.
I'm hoping Cyborg could do some. I hope C can do some Aldo shit right now. I got some underdog legend shit.
Yeah, there's some good matchups for sure. Next up, man, we got some main event. The co-main event here, Raquel Pennington defending her bantamweight championship against Juliana Pena. Man, this is crazy because number one, the odds here, we got Pennington -170 and we got Juliana Pena +145. Pena only 10-5, man. I feel like she's really old for only having 15 fights
It's
under her
just
record.
she got hurt for hella long at one point in her career, and her break in between fights is always like too long.
Yeah, and she had a baby at some point, right, in her career too, right?
That was like a while. That was like years ago, though,
That was a
like
long time
4 years.
ago, but
Yeah, but I'm saying her injuries is always like what got her out. Like her last fight with Amanda Nunes, she got her head split open, crazy ass cut, and then before that, she had fought Nunes, but it was like what was the time, but like the gap.
yeah, that was a whole year and a half, or nope, 6 months on that one, and
Oh,
then
that's
the
not
other
too bad.
gaps are huge. But then the other gaps were, I think, a little bigger, like a whole year before that, and then before that was like over a year.
Yeah, I
So yeah,
mean
there was more.
Pena, she's like she got the look. Like some, she be blowing some fights, but her losses, they're not that bad either. She got subbed by Valentina Shevchenko. That's nothing to
Yeah,
be,
I mean, that's the
down
champ again.
Yep. And then like lost to Amanda Nunes, of course, but that was by domination. This fight, I'm surprised she's the underdog. She has the style that can beat Pennington, you know what I'm saying? But if Pennington can sprawl and brawl, she'll beat Pena easy because her fucking striking
Yeah, but
like
Pennington
it's
also
always like
be just
terrible.
like
But she can like
clinching on the cage. That's like her shit, is like pinning people on the
well
cage and
she
then
likes
like just
to
trying to pepper him.
yeah,
Just pepper him.
she likes to body like the body like grab the body, clasp her hands and like drag you down or like swing you down. But I feel like she could do that with Pena. I mean with Pennington. I'm gonna go with Pena for this.
Yeah, this is I mean, Pena's resume, I think, is kind of, I wouldn't say a lot more impressive, but definitely impressive on the people that she's beaten. Obviously, Amanda Nunes, that's the craziest one. Whereas the people that Raquel Pennington has fought recently, like, yeah, she's on a winning streak, but like, she's, look at Mayra Bueno Silva is like the best person she's beat or something. And then Caitlin Vieira, Aspen Ladd, nah. Mesa Chiesa, I mean, that's okay. Panny Kianza, nah. Mary Renault, nah. Like, a lot of the resume is sketch, but she is the champion. She's been active. She looks like a Modesto lesbian. So we always fuck with that type of shit. So yeah, I'm going with the champ here. As much as I think this might end up even a boring ass fight, I have to go with Pennington here. I just think, although Pena is great and she can, she's live. You could beat Amanda Nunes, you could beat anyone, right? Like in theory. I just think Pennington here, she got the juice as the champion. Unfortunately, her style, her slow style, her boring style, I think is going to end up still trying to win. So, yeah, man, Pena's got to prove it. But here's the thing about Pena: if she loses to Pennington, man, I think like all her shit talking about Amanda and calling Amanda out of retirement and all this shit is like it's over with. Like like you can't beat Pennington, then you're not beating Amanda Nunes again. Like that was just lightning in a bottle. So
Yeah, I like her at an underdog. So
plus money. Oh, here we go. We got the main event once again. Alex Pereira, Powhatan. He's always headlining, always fighting against Khalil Rountree here. Big odds. We got Powhatan Pereira, the champ, minus 460 right now.
oh
Rountree's plus
no,
360.
that's crazy.
Yeah, big. I mean, everyone loves Powhatan at this point. I think he's mainstream now,
Well,
right?
now, no, that's the thing. That's what they're pushing him as. But the thing is, like, you can't sleep on Roundtree. Roundtree's like the perfect kind of kryptonite for this guy. Fast hands, crazy stand up, never shot for a takedown. Still kind of young, you know what I mean? But the only thing is, like, the experience is what it's going to be. Like, Roundtree's last fight was against Anthony Smith, right? And then he finished him late in the third.
Yep. In the third upper with the uppercut, it was like one of those like one hit like wapows, and then
Yeah.
just
But
got
then
him
he was like
down.
rocking him with crazy shit, and then like Alex, he can't always do that. But the thing is, like with Alex, he can like if he can hit him with something, I can see him sleeping Pereira just because the way how
Yeah,
built like
and
shit
Pereira's
house. You know what I'm saying? This guy got crazy power.
Pereira's down to take one so he could counter.
Yeah.
Like he always be doing that because he knows he could counter, and if he could take it, and he could eat a lot of shots. But you notice he's been rocked a few times too. Pereira's been knocked out in his career, even in kickboxing.
No,
So,
for sure.
yeah, I'm with you here, man. And I'm taking a shot here, bro. Khalil Roundtree. I think the plus 360 is too juicy not to sprinkle on it. As much as I'm a fan, like everyone else, of Alex Pereira, I think the price is just not right on Pereira right now. I think it's
Yeah,
oversaturated because
that's
he's hyped.
minus 460 is pretty crazy. Also, like, is the burning now? Like, I know it's been great what he's been doing, like fighting so early, like so much, but at the same time that could take it out of you too. You know what I'm saying? Like it loses a mystique sometimes, and like what they're building on this guy. I don't know. Yeah, I said I had it earlier this week. I said Rountree's gonna win, but I don't know for the show. I might just pick Pereira. But what's the Rountree by knockout?
Let's see.
Because I feel like that's his
Rountree.
only way of winning, right? Like it's like somebody's getting slipped.
Roundtree by knockout is plus 400. So yeah, that's the most likely outcome for him. And the under over is at 1.5 rounds. The over is minus 140. So they're saying somebody's getting slept, which is probably true.
What's Pereira by knockout?
Minus 340.
Oh man, they're doing it. See, they're like making it seem like, yeah, bro. I think the value is on. Yeah, I don't know. I think
You can't tell me the value is not on fucking Roundtree. If you know, like, if you watch UFC at all for any longer than like a few years, that Roundtree ain't no slouch. You know what I mean?
Man, that's the thing. Like it's gonna be a Muay Thai fight. Like I think it goes over for sure. And I can see maybe Roundtree getting something in exchange, just getting them like rocked, like because like you said, Pereira, like he gets rocked a lot. Plus he's 37, 38 years old. You know what I mean? That ain't no
Yeah.
joke. Roundtree's like what 35, 36 though, right? Or 34.
No, let's see. Roundtree is 34. So he's not young either, but in his career, he hasn't been as active. So that's another thing. It's like, is it a good thing that what's his name is so active? Pereira is always fighting, is that a good thing? It could be, or it could go against him at some point, like
I mean,
you can't always be in your A game. So we'll see.
And luckily he hasn't been taking any.
Bro, let's go.
Luckily he didn't take no damage in those fights either. Like, he slept Yuri and
he is lucky too.
He slept Jamal Hill like easy. Yeah, man. Fuck,
Jamal Hill's still talking shit about that.
Yeah, he's a dud for that. He sucks. Hey, Roundtree, there's value in him. I want to say Roundtree as a straight bet. Pick my bet. I think I'm gonna have to go with Peloton. I'm gonna have to ride the hype, but I'll probably bet on Roundtree at the end of the week. Let's see the weigh-ins.
Yeah, let's see the weigh-ins. Let's see how it goes. Because Peloton got the reach. He's taller. All that's gonna be in effect too. Yeah, man. I just think that that number screams to me.
What's Roundtree's last loss? Remember, he was losing to some shitty people for a minute. He was losing to some shitty people.
In 2021, he lost to Marcin Prachnio.
And he lost to Eon, right?
Yeah, Prachnio.
No, and Eon Kutalaba too, right?
Yep. And then he lost to Johnny Walker.
Wow.
Yep, Eon Kutalaba and Johnny Walker. And look at this. Tyson Pedro in 2016, Andrew Sanchez, Corey Hendricks.
Yeah, see, this is also crazy, he joined right? They said they're trying to say like it's a cult, but it's not a cult kind of thing. He joined something like that. It's like with Dominic Cruz and these people. I seen Strickland dissing him. He's like, Khalil Rountree, I fucking hate that guy. He's like, he's in a fucking cult.
He's in the cult with that runner dude, right? No,
yeah,
what's Noah Lyles?
Something like that. And it's also with Dominic Cruz and Dominic Cruz coach and stuff like that. It's this thing out of like.
Oh man, is that what? Who's that weirdo guy that was fighting at Eagle FC that was there? That was hanging upside down. Diego Sanchez.
It's not that guy. That Josh Fabian. No. That was a scandal. He's not even legit in anything. This is actually this is like a Scientology kind of thing.
Oh, okay. This is like more legit.
Yeah. It's like a Scientology kind of thing. I would say that's what I would compare it to.
But yeah, man, that's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be a banger fight. I like this card. It's gonna be regular time. We're not doing that morning stuff anymore with the Paris, so regular time. Yeah, but yeah, let's get to some good looks. We're gonna ride this momentum because we've been slowly catching back up here. Last event was good, so we're gonna see what's good. What do you got here?
Yeah, I'm gonna do let's do Juliana Pena straight up.
Pena plus was she 145?
Pena.
Yep.
Yeah, plus and then also do Jose Aldo straight up.
The underdogs. He's also plus 120 right now. Yep.
And then also we'll do man, maybe the upset, man. We'll do in the whitest of white towns, bro. Let's go Steven Thompson for
Thompson, another underdog. We'll go underdog. There's a lot of barking dogs. Plus 170.
yes, sir. Then I'm gonna do a parlay. It's gonna have you disappointed parlay. The Alexander Hernandez, Tim Means,
Yeah.
Ryan Span, and Cesar Almeida.
Almeida. Yeah, that's the possible disappointment of people that should win. Yeah, so I guess I got to put my money where my mouth is, man. I just think there's too much value to skip on it. Khalil Rountree, I mean, he could get slept real quick, but plus 360, I'm going to take it. Not a popular one, but also if we hit this one, this is going to help catch up here for the year. And then we got, who did I like here? Oh yeah, I liked Tisha Pennington minus 170. Tisha, and then we have. Oh no, I'm not going OSP. Am I? No. Oh yeah, I'm going Lucindo minus 175. And last but not least, here we're gonna have to go. I guess I gotta take the other Pennington too. Raquel Pennington minus 170. And if you guys are trying to be about it, do the
Penningtons.
The Pennington parlay, bro. But yeah, man, hopefully we continue this momentum. Damn, they're both the same odds too. Can you believe it? Both the wives and wives. Minus 170.
Damn, that's a sign.
That's a sign. You got to pair them up. They're the same everything. But yeah, man, hopefully we continue this. Check out Gen G group chat on Wax. Till then, bro, smoke out. Don't choke out.